Hi all, welcome to this Team of the Week free market review video. Definitely a very tasty team we can all say to kind of get your investing teeth into if you've got good coins. Hopefully this is useful as always folks. Smash likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All the links are down below for playlists in the channel and social media links as always. This week's Team of the Week, plenty cards for Player of the Month, alternatives for EPL and Bundesliga if Bundesliga happens. Now Netto is around 35k at the moment, and for an 86 rated card 35k is not that bad, and in all honesty something I would keep an eye on. The Marcos around 20 to 25k if he had near 90 pace, but saying that you could easily put the right chem style on him and he would be probably pretty OP. You could be like Odriozola like last year. Now Stark is the one I'm really looking at. He's like 18 to 20k, and I am really going to be trying to get my sniping hat on and try and snipe a few of him, because I honestly think there is profit in him. Same with Maguire. He's like 20 to 25, 30k, and I honestly think he could push nearer that 20. I think if he goes under, we're cracked. Obviously Felipe Anderson, his inform is not what you're looking for, it's his one to watch. Gliffy goes for around 30-35k, very highest 38 I've seen on occasion, but 30-35k. But he's another one to keep an eye on, because people won't really be impressed by the pace or the defending. Royce is 400 plus k, it's not going to be cheap, he's going to be expensive. If he gets Player of the Month for Bundesliga, it's going to even be more expensive. Fornals is literally discard, like 11, 12, 13k, honestly if you can nab him, do it. I think if you can nab him near rock bottom, you've cracked it. Susro's 25k, I can see him dropping sub 20, I think eventually. Physical's what's going to put a lot of people off him, and I just don't appeal to him, to be honest. Mandzukic 40-50k, can he peak to 30-35? There probably is a bit of room. Same rules apply, it's his pace is what's going to be a difference maker. Neymar is 1,000,000 coins, that isn't cheap. If it was centre forward, I think it would be about 2 or 3 times this, so they've maybe made a slip up there. Costal's another one, he's pretty much discard for the Legun aspect part, maybe for Player of the Month Hazard. If Hazard was to win, he would be very, very useful, and one I would say if you can get for discard, you're laughing. But again, and a lot of these other guys are discard. Pellegrini isn't fun enough, he's like 12 to 14k, and all you need is the right chem style on him, and he is really very overpowered. Whether it be Hunter, could be a Shadow. I'd probably, depends where you want to play him. If it's Cam, you'd maybe want to put Hunter. If it's maybe like a more defensive role, you'd play Shadow. But Guarin is fairly discard, he's like 11, 12k, and there's not much else about the card, which is a bit of a shame really, but what can you say. Ricardo Horta is going for discard, literally, and even then sometimes he doesn't sell, which kind of says it all. Same applies with Finn Bogason, pretty much discard. He could be useful for Player of the Month Bundesliga if it happens, definitely one to keep an eye on regardless. Andre Silva 11-12k for him. Not the, like, he's okay stats, but not one that shouts out to me. Acosta, when he dropped at 6 o'clock, there was one went up for minimum price and I didn't even touch it. I just knew right away, I thought, yeah, this is the way that's going. Samata, Rodallega, Torres, these guys are minimum price, like literally you can buy them for like 9.8, 9.7, whatever they're, 9.6 even for in like Torres' case, for minimum price, like on their snipes. Obviously min price is like 9.7 and 9.5 respectively. Dadashov's like 9k, and I am going to try and nab him. As always, we always like to nab our silver informs. We've got one Suzuki, we've got one Simpson in the club, and Dadashov this week will be our one that we fancy nabbing into the club. He's not the most appealing card, but the ones as I said I'm looking at are Costal, Maguire, Stark and Fornals. But hopefully find this useful folks, let me know in the comments down below, and even Gliffy as well. Hopefully find this useful folks, let me know in the comments down below what investments you're fancying this week. Smash like as always, sub to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all later.